Alright everybody, first thing you want to do, you want to make sure you bring your car to operating temperature. And as we can see, we're about halfway right now, so that's great. We're good. The next thing we'll do, let's get inside and let's cut the heat on. It's on auto. I heard it come on. Let's make sure our temperature is all the way up, because see, we can adjust our temperature down and up. We want to make sure our temperature is all the way up. AC button is on. Let's cut that off. Make sure the AC button is off. Let's go to the vents right here. That's cold as anything. Alright, that is definitely cold. Now what we want to do now is, matter of fact, let's roll the window down. Let's close the door so we can hear the beep. Now what you want to do now is control your temperature from cold to hot. Matter of fact, let's cut the vent down. Let's cut this all the way down. And what we want to listen for, we want to listen to see if the doors is opening and closing. So let's listen carefully as we touch the temperature. Alright, I didn't hear no kind of change. No doors opening and closing. Let's go back up the other way. And you gotta listen very carefully for this. Wait a minute. Let's try this again. Now, did you notice? We're hearing something on the left side of the dash over here. Let's try that again. Let's go back down. And let's try that again. Now that could be the door moving, or it could be it's trying to move. Let's try this one more time. Okay, we definitely hear some kind of movement down there, and what we're probably going to do is get up under there and check it to make sure the door is opening. All right, but before we do that, let's go out here. And what you want to do here is you want to make sure you got hot air before you go into both sides of the heater core. Now, as your hose, you see these two hoses? Right back there, see those two hoses? Those two hoses are going to your heater core. And the heater core is like a little radiator. Both of those hoses has to be hot so the antifreeze can flow through it. Then the hot air from the blower motor will heat that air up. So what I'm going to do is, let's see if we can set this up here. Now what I'm going to do here is put the light back here. I know it's a tight area. I'm going to touch both of those hoses and make sure they're hot. Here's one. That's not good. This one is wow. No, it's not hot at all. If you can't keep your hand on it, then it's hot. And I'm feeling the one right on here, and it's not. Let's go to the other side. Actually, this one's not even hot either. Let's check it down here. Let's get a better light down here. Here we go. All right, there we go. Your hose straight down. Now this would be a good time if you had one of those infrared meters. This would be a good time for that. Now I'm filling the other hose. It's lukewarm, but definitely not hot like it's supposed to be. And I'm hearing a little air. So we gotta make sure, we gotta see if there's a heater control valve down here. No, it's not. Down. On the safe side, let's check out our top upper radiator hose. This one's pretty hot. The upper radiator hose is pretty hot. Not as hot as I would like. And there is a new thermostat in here. Let's go back over here. So we might have a circulation issue here, or we could have air into the system. Now if you got air into the system, the Lincolns, on these Lincolns, in order to bleed this system, you have a little port right over here with a little screwdriver. And you take that out, you let the car run, and that will bleed the system out. And make sure we got enough antifreeze in here. There is enough antifreeze, a little low, but it should be enough to get some heat going. Alright, so we're going to open that bleed up and check it out, and we'll be right back. Alright guys and girls, next thing we're going to do, we're going to bleed the system out. Now, to properly bleed this system out, you want to make sure either the car's level, or, like I got it jacked up on the driver's side, because our bleed valve is over here. So you want to make sure all your antifreeze and everything is inside this system, is going towards this way, filling up to the bleed, and that's properly bleeding. If not, like for instance, if you see this parking lot, we got an incline going downward, which means it will not bleed the proper way. So the first thing we're going to do is open up our cap, and we want to make sure we got enough antifreeze in here. So we're going to put a little antifreeze in here and fill this up. And then once you get you a flat screwdriver, and this little screw right here, this is the bleed for your heating system. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. We got some antifreeze, and if you put antifreeze in there, make sure you put 50-50. And like this one is concentrated. If you get concentrated, it will say on the bottle, add water. So we had a half here, the customer filled it up. The rest is water. Make sure you shake it up. And then we're gonna get a funnel and put some in here. So let me go get a funnel or something. We'll see if I can. Matter of fact, let's see if we can pour this in here without a funnel. Yeah, let me get a funnel. Right back. All right, got a little funnel in there. Let's fill this up. Now there is a max line on the bottle, but you don't have to worry about that, because being that we're bleeding the system out, we're going to lose antifreeze anyway. So it's good if you fill it up to the top. Okay, let's make sure you get a good look at this. Alright, the next thing you want to do, here's your little bleed right over here. And what you want to do is take a flat screwdriver, open the slot up, open that little plug up, and actually, when I just did that, you actually heard air come out of there. Now, the cap is off. Now what we're going to do now is we need a nice stream of antifreeze to come out of here. And that's going to let us know that the system is bled out. So with that just right there, I'm going to start the car up, get the antifreeze flowing through the heating system. You have to cut your heating system on to max. highest temperature, 90 degrees. We already got it set like that. So let me go over here, start the car up, and we're gonna leave that just like that. Make sure you get a good look at this. And yes, you definitely want to leave your cap off for now. Another thing what I want to point out, guys, is now if I would have had this car down on the ground, there's a good chance the antifreeze would have been coming out of here already. That's why I got this car jacked up on this side, so now we got all the antifreeze pushed to one side of the vehicle. You can see it. You saw how it was just burping out just a little bit. Right now, this system's not even bled. I got the AC, I got the heating on. So we're just gonna sit here and let this thing bleed out by itself. There it is, starting to come out a little bit more. And you gotta be patient with this. So we're gonna sit here and just wait. And at the same time, make sure your antifreeze level stays pretty good. As you can saw then, someone came out again. So we definitely got air into this system. We still got hardly anything in there, anything coming out. We're gonna be looking for a nice flow of stream. Now, if we don't get this in a few minutes, we're gonna have to look at something else. And let me show you what we're gonna look at. In order for antifreeze to flow through the heater core, it's gotta go through what's called a heater control valve. And what that is you follow your hoses from all the way over here to all the way down here. And let me get a light. Right down there is your heater control valve. And it's got like 4 different hoses to it. And what that does is actually stops the flow of antifreeze going to the heater core. And if that's not working, we're not going to get heat also, because right now we still have no kind of flow coming through here. We're going to let that sit for a minute and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. It's been about 2 or 3 minutes. Still no flow through here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring the RPM up just a little bit. Still no flow. There we go. Well, it was. Now, what we're looking for is a nice stream. Not just a little bit. We're looking for a stream. And at the same time, you guys can't see it, but I'm looking at the bottle and our antifreeze is going down. no flow coming through here. Okay, that's a pretty, it seems like it starts to stream, but then goes back to nothing. Alright guys, I saw a little bit come out. I'm gonna stop it right there, even though I still know it's not right. But okay, we know we got a problem with flow. So let's go over here and check our temperature. And see, that's a little warm, but there is no way it's supposed to be this. This is like lukewarm right here. This is not what we're looking for. So let's shut our car off. Now the problem here is we have no kind of flow coming out there. So now what you have over here, down here, because we know our door on the inside is opening and closing, because we heard that. Now what you have here is a heater control valve that allows the flow of hot antifreeze to go through to the heater core. This thing has like 5 hoses, 2 electrical solenoids, and I can actually see antifreeze down there leaking on it. Doesn't mean that's the problem, but this definitely is not working. And matter of fact, to better show you how this looks, I'm gonna pull up a diagram and I'm gonna show you a picture of it. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright guys and girls, this is a picture of the heater control valve for this vehicle. Honestly, I have never seen a heater control valve this big before. Usually it's just got 2 hoses. And let's see if we can, this one has 5 hoses going to it. And on the top it has 2 electrical solenoids, and what those solenoids do, let's say for instance you got hot antifreeze coming through this point and these 2 are going to the heater core, these solenoids will open up and allow antifreeze to flow through. If it doesn't open up, no antifreeze will flow through, and we won't be able to bleed it because you'll never ever get a stream, a heavy stream. And we noticed sometimes it did sneak by, so it feels like it's trying to open up, but it's not. Those things ain't that easy to change too. Them things are like that's a pretty big unit. So that's it. And that, as I said, now looking at the car, you got your EGR valve, you got your upper radiator hose. So you look straight down, you can see it is mounted right to the side between the radiator and the frame of the vehicle. And actually right there you can see, I got the customer here, come on over. Alright, you can see right there, while I got the light on, you can see the 2 solenoids, the top of the 2 solenoids. So that's where it's located at, and there's our plug to it. This thing straightened out. There's the plug to it right there. So you're looking at the top of it. So we're gonna have to get some prices up, and we're gonna have to replace that solenoid and then bleed the system again. Okay, and again, that's like I said, the first thing you do is check the doors, the vent doors, make sure it is operating, and it is operating. We did hear it Come out, check both sides of the heater core. Absolutely cold. Bleed the system. You can't bleed the system. Back down here to the heater control valve.